So in this problem, we have some zoologists that are tagging birds with GPS trackers. At first, they tag 350 birds that are male and 250 that are female. We're also told that afterwards, 100 more male birds are being tagged. So right off the bat, we know that in total, there are 450 male birds that are being tagged. The question is, how many more female bats must be tagged so that 3/8 of the tagged birds, so the total, are female? So we don't know how many female birds in total are being tagged. So let's create a variable for that. That's going to be represented by the variable x. So x is the number of female bats that they're tagging. Now, we want the number of female bats, x, to be equal to 3/8 of the total number of birds that they are tagging. So 3/8 of the total, well, what is the total? Well, we would get the total if we added the number of male birds plus the number of female birds. So 450 plus x represents the total. All right, so now we have an equation. We can work this out and solve for x. We're going to start by multiplying 3/8 times 450 to get 168.75. And then 3/8 times x, well, that'll just be 3/8 of x. Awesome. Our next step here would be to subtract that 3/8 of x from both sides of the equation, canceling that out. And if you take x and subtract 3/8 of x, we'd be left with 5/8 of x. So that's going to equal 168.75. At this point, to isolate x, we just need to divide by 5/8, or you could think of that as multiplying by 8/5. So we're going to multiply this by 8/5, as well as the other side, so those cancel out, which means x equals 270. Now, we need to be careful, though. That's not actually the answer to the question, because the question is how many more female bats must be tagged so that 3/8 of the tagged birds are female. Okay? We know that they've already tagged 250 that are female. So to go from 250 to 270, how many more is that? Well, that's just a difference of 20. So 20 more female bats must be tagged. So I hope that was helpful, and thanks for choosing JD's Prep.